Alrighty guys, we're back for some Getaway Car jank, and this is a Streets of New Capenna standard build. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some normal play mode. But first things first, for anyone who does not know, I'm Redcat, and I play aggro decks, and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you, right? So what do we got in the build here, guys? The whole build is based around Getaway Car, so this is a 3-drop artifact vehicle. You guys know I love this card, right? So it has haste. Whenever Getaway Car attacks or blocks, return up to one target creature that crewed it this turn to its owner's hand. So that does say up to one, so you don't have to return the creature if you don't want to. The crew is only one. This card's super spicy, guys. So yeah, a hasty 4/3 that crews for one is already pretty spicy, but then it pairs so well with creatures that have enter the battlefield effects, right? And for a while now, a few of you guys have been wanting me to put together a Getaway card deck that utilizes those discard creatures, and that's what this build is. It's gonna be pretty cool, guys. Let's go over the rest of the deck real quick here. We got 3 Bloodchief's Thirsts and 3 March of the Wretched Sorrows. Now, removal is going to be pretty important, but March in particular works well with Getaway Car in certain scenarios, of course, right? So as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of black cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Then March of the Wretched Sorrow deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life, right? So there may be some scenarios where you bounce a creature back with the Getaway Car and then use that creature for the March of the Wretched Sorrow's first ability there, and you exile it, right, instead of recasting it. So that could be super spicy. So we have 4 Acquisitions Experts and 4 Elderfang Disciples. Now the Disciple is simple. It's a 2-drop creature, 1/1. We see creatures like this all the time. So when it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Nice. And of course, that is the combo with Getaway Car, where you could turn 2 this, turn 3 Getaway Car, swing on in, bounce the Disciple back, and then play it again later on to make the opponent discard more cards, right? So that's pretty spicy. Now, Acquisitions Expert, when it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. So that's why the Disciple's important here instead of some of the other discard creatures, because this is actually a cleric, and so that obviously adds to your party then, right? So that's pretty cool too. And then you choose one of those cards, that player discards that card. So we do have 2 Valkis here. Now this is going to be super spicy with Getaway Car too. So when Valki enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card they revealed this way until Valki leaves the battlefield. So this is cool because it can slow down the opponent's plays. Maybe you went first and you grabbed their turn 2, right? You're up against like Boros aggro or something. They turn 1 Kumano on your turn 2. You drop Valki and grab like their bloodthirsty adversary. Okay, like that seriously can slow down an aggro deck, which is super duper spicy. Now, obviously they can just remove Valki, but it's all about like slowing down that one turn, really. Maybe Valki's still on the board. You could always just go ahead and tap it down with Getaway Car, swing in with the Getaway Car, bounce the Valki back to your hand, and play it later on as Tibalt Cosmic Imposter, which is super spicy, guys. Yeah, we are splashing red in the mana base for Tibalt here, which is a 7-mana planeswalker with a ton of spicy abilities. We'll go over it if we actually end up playing it in the games, right? So we do have 4 Callous Bloodmages, and this is a 3-drop 2/1. And when it ETBs, you get to choose one of these abilities. And I think one of the reasons I like this here is because, yeah, you do get to choose one of these, and sometimes you're going to need that 1/1 pest to maybe chump block. Other times, maybe you're low on cards and you need to draw a card and lose 1 life. Or maybe you're up against some kind of reanimator build and you just need to exile target player's graveyard, right? So either way, I think this is pretty spicy. You could tap it down, swing in with Getaway Car, bounce it back to your hand, lay it again on another turn, get those ETBs again. Pretty cool stuff, guys. We have a Pelakka Predation here as well, and this is just kind of extra land, right? We have 25 land total already. This is like our 26th land, I guess. But also, if you play it as the sorcery, it's a 3-mana sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a card from it with mana value 3 or greater. that player discards that card. So more ways to discard too, right? We have 4 Soul Shatters as just more removal, and each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with highest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Is pretty spicy already, but you'll see why on the top end here in a second, and you guys probably already guessed it. So we have a couple of Baleful Masteries. Again, just more removal, and something cool about Baleful Mastery is if you do... So, first of all, it's a 4-mana instant, exile target creature or planeswalker. That's not bad already, right? So you may pay 2 mana for this rather than pay the spell's mana cost, and if the 2 mana cost was paid, an opponent draws a card. So something spicy with a discard build is if you do have to have them draw a card and you do pay 2 mana, maybe it's already turn 4, you have 4 mana, you do this for 2, have them draw a card, you exile their best creature or whatever, and then you just drop like an Elderfang Disciple and have them discard that card anyways, right? So that could be pretty cool. That's the reasoning behind Baleful Mastery in the build. So on the top end, of course, we got Tergrid, God of Fright. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that name right, so you're going to hear me call this card God of Fright for the rest of the video, right? So a 5-drop legendary creature god with Menace. It is a 4/5. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So that's why we got the 4 Soul Shatters as well. And the discard, all the discard stuff works great with the God of Fright as well. And then it can also be played as the Lantern over here too. So it is a 4-drop legendary artifact where you can tap it, target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So nice, another great card for the build. Also, you can pay 4 mana to untap the Lantern, so this can actually do a ton of damage very fast. And we have 2 Invoke Despair. Speaking of a ton of damage, yeah, if you're already removing everything on the opponent's side and making them sacrifice stuff, then Invoke Despair can also do a ton of damage, but also draw you a bunch of cards. It's definitely worth having 2 in here, I'd say. And of course, having to sacrifice that stuff, it pairs beautifully with the God of Fright too. So that's it, guys. That's everything. I guess in the mana base, we do have a couple Hives and Abandoned Mire. We are rocking a single mountain because we do have a Field of Ruin. Maybe we seek out that mountain at some point. Probably not. Everything is obviously leaning towards mono black, except for the Tibalt, which hopefully we have splashed enough red in the mana base to be able to play if we have to, right? You have an honorable mention over here, guys. A Graveyard Trespasser is pretty darn spicy, and that ward for discard a card is really, really good in a deck with like the God of Fright and stuff. But I really wanted to lean towards the Getaway Car side of things rather than the discard side of things too. So that's why you don't see the Graveyard Trespasser, but it's something to think about, right? Okay, guys, let's go take this jank over into some normal play mode and see how it does. All right, we'll see if we can get right into the first match for some good luck. Hey, there it is, 3 seconds, not bad. Oh, I guess we had to wait for the opponent. Well, how dare, opponent. You trying to take my good luck away? I don't know how I started that. I don't know why I started that, really. Oh my goodness, this is a terribly slow hand. Keeping it. Darn it. Darn it, I'm keeping it. Doesn't look that bad. Okay, I'll get this down tapped. We have to have a lot of mana for those 2 Invoke Despairs, so we'll probably play this down as the Blightstep Pathway when it comes time. Soul Shatter. Well, this is awkward. There's no way that the Bloodmage hits the board, right? I'm gonna try it though. I'd be shocked. It sure looks like the opponent's rocking some Esper Control or something along those lines, right? Ooh, nice. Okay. What do we... the heck do we want here then? I guess drawing a card wouldn't hurt anything here. The 1/1 would be good too. We could start to swing in for a bit more, but I don't know. It sure looks like we're going to need some extra cards. They go for the Field of Ruin, and I'm going to go ahead and get this mountain out of my deck now. Yeah. That's fine. That is absolutely okay. It's not like we have any 1-drop cards here or anything like that. Well, March would have been a 1-drop. Okay, we have Baleful Mastery open. We could just go Expert and keep the March of the Wretched Sorrow open, though. Let's swing for 2. Hopefully we get to see... We might want to keep Baleful Mastery. So this wasn't a Wandering Emperor. Yeah, we might want to keep this open, honestly. I think I'm going to. Memory Deluge. Okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe it was the Acquisitions Expert. I don't know. I don't know. How is a discard build going to play against this when we had such a slow start, especially? I don't know. This might be a tough matchup, guys. We'll see if Invoke Despair can do any work. Yeah, they probably just pass. Probably just pass right to us, right? We haven't seen too much of what the opponent's rocking, though. Okay, Doomscar probably, right? I think so. I think that would be a Doomscar. But it could easily be the Saw It Coming as well. There's probably other things, too, that it could be. Alright, we are going to attempt the Elderfang Disciple into the Acquisitions Expert. You want to get the Disciple down first, because it's a Cleric. Alright. See more of the opponent's deck here. Memory Deluge. Nice. Alright, let's see if this one hits. Is this going to be the Saw It Coming? That's pretty good if it is, because we have the... Oh, a Dissipate. Counter target spell. That spell is countered this way. Exile it instead of... Okay, nice. Nice, okay. So that might be a Saw It Coming as well then. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards Doomscar. We still haven't seen too much of the opponent's deck here. But they do know we're rocking discard. We have a ton of removal. I mean, so naturally we go up against a deck where we don't need it, right? But I attempt the Invoke Despair before we swing in for 3. See if this hits for 6, right? It is a Saw It Coming, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. I have no idea. It is a Saw It Coming. Okay. We have another Invoke Despair in our hand, luckily. And we are getting damage through, so... I'm okay with this. Honestly, it hasn't been too bad this... so far, right? My turn. Okay, we can try it. We can try it. Invoke Despair. Yeah, big reason to try it before combat too is, really? Look at that, guys! Invoke Despair just putting in the work, man. Oh, man. GG. That's how we do it. I was not expecting that at all. I don't think I've ever seen a control player concede in my entire life. That's not true, obviously. I'm just teasing. What are you bringing to the table, opponent? Bring a creature deck. Like, seriously, someone's got to play a creature deck against me at some point, right? This is another slow hand, but we got the mana. We have an emergency Baleful Mastery next turn. Doesn't look like we're gonna need it, but yeah, I'll get the Field of Ruin down. That's fine. Oh, look at that. Do we hit it now? We could draw a Soul Shatter is the thing. I think we hit it now, though, while we have the open mana. Sure, they draw a card, but like, if this is if this is the deck we think it is, then we gotta take care of it now. Callous Bloodmage is pretty good. Valki could hit their Virtuoso, though. I like Valki here. I like Valki. We're wasting a mana, but like, let's see what they got. Yeah, GG opponent, really? View Battlefield. What were we about to grab from them? Yeah, Virtuoso. Well, they could have eventually gotten this down too, but wow. GG, guys. I mean, I'll take the victories. I'll take it. I mean, that was a perfect example as to why... Whoop. Accidentally clicked through that. That's a perfect example as to why Valki was better than the Blood Mage there, right? Even though Blood Mage, we could have done the Getaway Car on turn 4. It seemed like a much better play to try to slow them down. Man, maybe I put jank in the title. What if it's not even going to be janky? What if it just ends up being good? Well, now I don't even know, right? Okay, a couple Getaway Cars. That is a Bloodchief's Thirst if I've ever seen one. My goodness. We could wait though, but I don't think so. We don't want them to ramp. Yeah, you don't want them to ramp off the Galagreeters, although since we didn't have any thing open over here, they probably would have buffed it, right? And swung in. Oh, no creatures though. Okay. Safely play this on black because we have another one to play on red. And we've been wasting a lot of mana with this build so far. But it might just be like the weird matchups and such, right? Okay, the charm is discarded. Okay. Okay. Got some cabaret fun stuff over there, it looks like. We could go Lantern. They probably trade Car, right? I want to get this down as God of Fright, not the Lantern, you know? Again, really weird mana plays here. But it's fine. See if they trade. They take the... That's good. That's really good for us. I mean, we had another Getaway Car too, so I guess either way, it was just a good swing. Like, even if they blocked there, that would have been pretty good. Right, because this does have Vigilance and Trample too, so... Oh, this is... Oh, no. Oh, give it counters. Give everything counters. Don't go cat. Yeah. Oh, no, guys. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, well, God of Fright. I'm gonna come down now. And then, hopefully, 2 Acquisition Experts actually hit something next turn. We don't swing with Getaway Car, but we could block with Getaway Car next turn. I'll tell you what, if they hit anything like the Courtyard or anything to bring those back, then this is looking very scary. Retreat before the land. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it's just 1. Even though they get 2 effects from 2 retreats, at least it wasn't like a Courtyard, right? Like, that would be very bad. Everything a counter. If they swing here, we're definitely taking the 4/4. Yep, they know that, though. They know that. We're going to take 5, and they have 2 cards in hand. Those might be our cards. Find out here. Blood Mage. Okay, we do want to see some of our removal here soon. Acquisitions Expert. What do you want to give to me, opponent? They might not even be permanents is the problem. Oh, nice. I should not have played my land. I just got punished for playing my land, guys. Darn it. The other question's gonna be, do we actually just want to exile their graveyard before they can bring all these back, right? Probably. It sucks, but yeah. We probably do want to do that. Actually, no, I want to see. If they pop off, they pop off. Let's see what that last card is. If they end up drawing something... Oh! Woo! That's what I'm talking about, guys. Well, what do I want to do with this? Create more blockers, I guess. We'll go ahead and buff the God of Fright because they can end up blocking very well. No attacks. Here's why we don't do the acquisitions. Well, first of all, we don't do the expert back to hand this turn because they don't have any cards in hand anyways, right? But two, the Getaway Car just slams right into the Jewel Thief, so... Oh, they top deck a land. Yikes, guys. We really want to see an Invoke Despair here. And they really want to see removal for the God of Fright. Any tapped creature we get to exile with the Wandering Emperor. But the Jewel Thief gets around that. This is a game of Magic, guys. I love this. Oh, the Vigilance from the from this though. Oh man. Super rough. Okay. So it's gonna be two. It's gonna be a chump here, and we're taking 5 down to 6, right? Or do we just want to keep this for next time? Down to 4. Tough decisions, guys. Very tough decisions. We gotta do something about... Oh, Soul Shatter. Oh, my hero. What a top deck. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Take action. Get a treasure. We might as well get this down now too and exile their graveyard before they pop off. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Get out of here. We could go Getaway Car bounce now, but double block there. Let's continue to buff the God of Fright, I guess. And we're not going to use Getaway Car. Wait, we have another one in hand. I guess I do prefer having the Callous Bloodmage in hand, right? We can actually... A double block into that lets the Getaway Car go through, and we get to kill the Cat Beast. Nah. One attacker. It's fine. It's fine. God of Fright is carrying this game. We don't want to lose it to a double block, you know? So the reason we were okay with sacrificing the Getaway Car is because we have another one. Magda, nice. Now they're just looking for more land, and we're just looking for more removal at this point. So they had no swings there. 7. Okay. I'm going to go for the draw on the Bloodmage this time. Because we're looking for removal. March. Okay. Okay. March of the Wretched Sorrow hits for 4. We could just ping the Magda too. What do we want to do here? Like, for real. What? Where do I start, right? Could march for 1 on the 6 if they block the car. This is like super risky. But I'm gonna try it. This is a really cool line of play though. See what they end up doing here. March where X is 1. Submit 0. And then we have first strike. So, boop. Nice. If we wanted to lose the Callous Bloodmage, we could have done 3 damage too. But Mire, whoa! Opponent ripping fire off the top here. But any swings could be devastating because we have their Wandering Emperor. Ah, another land tells me to go ahead and draw draw a card from the Bloodmage. We're getting way too low. This is way too risky. March! Let's go! Oh my goodness. So we get to hit Jetmir for 4. But we could also do the exact same thing we just did last time, right? I feel like I'm being too greedy about this overall. Callous Bloodmage is probably good enough to bring back. As first strike, we could probably swing with the God of Fright now too. With the March open for 4, right? And bounce that back to hand. They do go for the double block here. And they, okay. So how do we want to do this? That kills everything. We could keep the Thief, 6 is going through, or we could go and just ping Magda. I think we go X is 4, submit 0, hit the Jetmir, and let's let the God of Fright die, right? I think that's fine. This is huge damage going through off the trample with the Jewel Thief too. And we still have the Wandering Emperor, so... And that's a Ginny Fae. Opponent's kind of looking for land at this point, you know? Okay. Callous Bloodmage. Draw a card, right? Field of Ruin. Really just not seeing it. And then we can go +1 first strike onto Jewel Thief.
Remember your
Swing, swing. They probably just chump block one of those. Callous Bloodmage comes back. Yeah, GG opponent. That was a bit of a longer match, and or a bit of a grindier match, right? Yeah, GG though. God of Fright was an absolute MVP there. Callous Bloodmage did a lot at that end, didn't it? Wow. Yeah, Callous Bloodmage was huge there. That was really good. That kind of really showcased like why Callous Bloodmage was added to the deck, right? Like why I decided on that creature over some of the other ones. That's spicy, man. 3 wins in a row with a pile that I called jank. I'm telling you guys, maybe it's not. I'm almost certain that it's still a little bit janky though, so do take it with a grain of salt. We are in normal play mode. Like, it's not like I'm playing ranked. We're not up against like top of the meta builds and stuff. We do not go March there. We just go ahead and Bloodchief's Thirst this turn. This might be more Virtuoso builds, right? Yep, it sure is. Okay, well, Delver's gotta go. That could easily be like a shield counter. So it's probably just Soul Shatter. And we don't want them to have an open blue source or a slip out the back. So we're just gonna Soul Shatter on our turn. Hopefully the 2 Delvers were worth killing. They don't run a lot of creatures. Third Delver, yep, that's fine. No land. Baleful hits it. I'm doing it, guys. We're keeping the removal going while, like, see, if that was a shield counter, the exile still hits it. We're still going. GG opponent, wow, that's all it took. Removing 3 Delvers. That's all it took. Well, 100% win rate? Question mark? Maybe. I mean, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't put jank on the thumbnail because of how well we're doing at this point, right? We are just running really powerful cards too, you know? Like we're running solid cards. I shouldn't say really powerful. I should have led with solid. We're playing solid cards. Okay, this might be the worst hand of the evening. 4 wins in a row, though. We definitely test out this hand. We definitely test it. We don't care if we win or lose at all. Oh, nice. That was a good draw. because we can get it out tapped without getting without slowing down, you know. Nice, good draws. I'm okay with drawing land. Beautiful. Turn 3 Callous Bloodmage, unless we draw a Getaway Car. Flame Blessed Bolt. Okay, we're up against some Is It control potentially? I don't know if Mill runs Flame Blessed Bolt. We could be up against Jeskai, right? Where they rock Hinata, but I don't think they run Flame Blessed Bolt either. Maybe. So Hive tells me to just go for the other Disciple here instead of the Blood Mage, because now we can actually get to the turn 5 for the Despair and the God of Fright. Invoke Calamity. Okay. Okay. They got the 4. The 4 is usually a big score, is what that usually means. Play this down on black safely. Lantern isn't that bad when we know that they're not rocking too many. Yeah, Lantern's not too bad here. I'm gonna attempt to swing first, but it might be Blood Mage to exile their grave. Not yet though. It doesn't look too spicy, does it? Lantern hits. Just gonna activate it now. Probably a no big score, nothing, not even a memory deluge. Goldspan Dragon, have 2 mana open. That 2 mana gonna be enough? Okay, it passes right back to us. We got a Soul Shatter, but I mean Invoke Despair does so much here too. I think it's gonna be Invoke Despair. I think it's gonna be, yeah. It does suck that we don't have the God of Fright down. Test of Talents on the Invoke Despair. That is an awesome play, opponent. GG, I was not anticipating a Test of Talents by any means. So very nice. Yeah, Invoke Despair going bye-bye. I'll tell you what, if they take a couple extra turns here soon, we might just die. So yeah, we'll see. This might be the final turn. Sometimes It gets there. Burn down the house. They have 2 mana open. Taking a ton here. 2 mana open. It could be a lot of things, guys. It could be a lot of things. I'd love to, I guess if we Blood Mage, we could draw a land, and then we could try to kill the Goldspan that way. Let's see what they end up doing here. Gonna ping one of the Disciples. I guess we should have attacked first, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. That was a good play on the opponent's part. It's pretty tempting. There's a lot of, yeah, we got to get rid of Goldspan, guys. We got to. We could risk it. We could go Callous Bloodmage and draw a card, but yeah. It's this line of play instead, and I'm going to save that as a blocker, because we have to get rid of these devils. I think playing the burn down the house was brilliant on the opponent's part. Nice. Yeah, more devils. Yeah, that's really, really good. Oh no, guys. March for 3. We could actually march for max next turn if we wanted to. March for 3, get rid of Soul Shatter. Gain 3, right? They're down again. I don't know, guys. This is worth it, probably, right? Right? Yeah, worth it. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oh, we wanted to do it after combat. So, no. We didn't want to take the damage. So what they could have done was actually pinged this and saved a devil back. So they would have had 4 devils there instead of extra damage. So that could have been really bad. Oh, crap. Getaway car. Oh, crap. This is still a blocker. See what they do off the lantern? Probably just get rid of a devil ping face, right? They know we have the blood mage. Okay, they get rid of the treasure. It's getting dangerous, guys. Getting very dangerous. I don't think I played this one out very well. I'm being honest with ya. Gotta exile that graveyard before they invoke Calamity to burn down the house. That would be really bad. Dragon's Fire, swing for 3. Oh no, burn down the house is so good. Good draw. See what they end up doing here. Yeah, Lantern's not doing as much as we would want it to because of those devils being out there. So march for 4 on their turn. March for 4, and I think it's safe enough. Woo! To hold it back for their turn in case they draw a gold span. So it's march for 4. Gold span. Treasure. It doesn't matter. We still have to do this. What if this is a test of talents? Could you imagine? Oh, good game, opponent. Oh my goodness. GG, that was super spicy. It was a negate, guys. Look at that. That was sick. Yeah, really good game, opponent. I think I could have played that one out a little bit better if I'm being 100% with you guys. But that's okay. It is what it is, right? Live and learn, I guess. And I don't exactly know where I could have played it better, but it's one of those ones. I'm going to go back in the video and see if I can improve a little bit from watching that match. Guys, let's go over the deck real quick here. It did way more than I thought it would. Few things. Invoke Despair is really good. I don't think I would go up to 3 or 4 of them, though. I think 2 in this build was fine. I think Valki was really spicy. It sucks that we didn't get to see it come down as Tibalt, but if you really want to see Tibalt, then you probably want 3 of these in your build, right? But we don't get 7 mana often, so I still think the splash of red for the Tibalt is worth it, though. I think March of the Wretched Sorrow is really freaking good, guys. And so 3 of them in here is good. I think Bloodchief's Thirst is really important right now. There's a ton of creatures with mana value 2 or less running about, so if anything, I would go down to 1 of these and maybe go up something else that you find necessary for the meta that you're running against, right? I don't think I would go below 2 Bloodchief's Thirst. It just feels really important right now, doesn't it? I liked the Pelakka card for the 26th land. I think that ended up working out nicely. Baleful Mastery was cool. Callous Bloodmage was awesome here with the Getaway Car. There was a lot of cool things going on. I guess overall, I wish we would have been able to see more simple plays between like the Expert and the Disciple with the Getaway Car, but I mean, the more you play, the more you're going to see stuff like that. So yeah, I liked this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you guys so much. You guys are champions, and I super duper appreciate you. Oh, before I go though, yeah, let me know what you would add or take out of the deck in the comments down below, because this is one of those builds where there are probably a bunch of different ways to build it. Just remember the main point of the build was Getaway Card, not just the discard theme, right? So I don't know, maybe even 3 God of Frights. I don't have the 3rd one, and that's not worth the craft to me. I don't play enough decks like this for to warrant crafting this, especially when it rotates out this September. So yeah, but maybe 3 of those could be cool too. Either way, guys, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.